That's the meatloaf the way it looks now. Look at that. Nice looking meatloaf. It's nice and dense. It's not crumbly or falling apart. That's what's good about these loaf pans. It's holding up. Very good. Okay, today we're going to make a meatloaf using the Ninja Foodi pressure cooker, the OL 701. And we're going to make the meatloaf using the loaf pan from Ninja. Now what I did was that I wiped down the interior of this loaf pan with olive oil, so it makes meatloaf release a little bit easier. It's non-stick, but you know, you don't want meatloaf to stick to it. Now, just go ahead and make your usual meatloaf that you usually make. Whatever meatloaf recipe you have is fine. We're just going to show you what the meatloaf is going to look like using a loaf pan inside the Ninja Foodi. So, we'll start off with just salt and pepper. Our meatloaf's not going to contain no onions or garlic because the dog's going to eat this thing too, so we don't want to get the dog sick. But just enough to give it a little bit of taste. Pepper. Italian seasonings. Use as much as you like. Some Parmesan cheese here. Yeah, we like cheese. And then sometimes I like to put the cheese on top. I'm just using just regular cheese. But since, just for demonstration, I want to show you how this thing is going to brown up. We'll put the cheese on the inside. Now for liquid, I'm using spaghetti sauce, or you can use ketchup. You could use either way, it's fine. Or if you're in the mood, you can use salsa too. That works out great too. So I'll just pour a little bit of this in here. This is going to give it a little bit, the moisture you're going to need in a meatloaf without breadcrumbs. 2 eggs. Vegetables, so we use green beans, carrots, celery. So it's going to be kind of a healthy meatloaf, you know, as you get the drift here. And we put some bacon. Bacon always makes food taste better, right? We browned up some bacon here. Then basically we're just going to mix it up and just smash it in the loaf pan here. Okay. Okay, so we got all the ingredients mixed up. Pat down any of the air that's in here. Just grab this thing, stick it in the pan. Just smoosh it down fat. You want to get all the air out. We're going to start off by pressure cooking this. I put a cup of hot water in this thing. We'll lower this meatloaf into the water. When you're doing pressure cooking, it's good to put the hot water in first. In this way, it takes less time to come up to pressure. Stick the thermometer in. Okay, so slide this to pressure cook. We're going to do it manually. Now I'm going to set this for 160. That gets the beef into the medium range, and then we'll finish it off for a couple of minutes on air fryer to crisp up the top, and we're going to set this thing up to quick release. So as soon as it's done, it's going to just pop this thing loose. So here it goes. I'll keep time of it, so if you don't have a thermometer, you know how long it's going to take to pressure cook meatloaf. Okay, it took almost 25 minutes. You can see the automatic quick release going on. And once that's finished, we'll open up the lid, put it on air fryer mode, and you can crisp up the top of the meatloaf. You know, it's about 3 minutes to do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put cheese on top of mine, so it's not going to crisp up the top so much, but we're going to just melt the cheese. Okay, you can see it tells you to open the lid up, so. That's the meatloaf the way it looks now. And as you can see, if you're not going to throw anything on top of it, you probably want to crisp it up a little bit there. But yeah, we're done. So I'll take out the thermometer at this point in time. What I'm going to do before I put an air fryer is that, you see that excess juice in here? We're going to empty it out. You know, we don't need all the excess grease. So I just empty out the excess grease in a jar. And the pot, I just empty out the water. There's probably only like 1/8 of a cup of water left, and I put about a little over 3/4 cups in there. So, okay, you can see I emptied it out, and you can see that it shrunk a bit. And see with the olive oil and the juice in there, it's not sticking to the pan at all. So, like it says, you could run it on an air fryer and brown up this top if you want to. This stuff on top here, that's the egg white. So, but we like cheese, so we'll just put cheese, smattering the cheese on top here. Okay, that should be enough. Get this back in the pan. Drop the lid, put this on air fryer. Okay, so it's on air fryer, 3 minutes. Oh, yep, when you have a thermometer, if you take the thermometer out, you gotta put the plug back in, otherwise it's not gonna work. There we go. Now it works. Okay, 3 minutes is done. Let me pull this out for you. Slings are nice, aren't they? You can see where it's starting to crisp up and brown up the meat, but like it says, we like cheese, so I think the dogs will be pretty happy. Look at that, nice loaf. Let it sit for a second. So it took 25 minutes to pressure cook 1.5 pound meatloaf. It took probably another 15 minutes or so to pressurize up. So 40 minutes is what it took. Let's cut into it. Nice looking meatloaf. See, it's nice and dense. It's not crumbly or falling apart. That's what's good about these loaf pans, is that it makes it nice and dense so it doesn't crumble or fall apart on you. Okay, let me do a little taste test here. I know it's going to be good just by looking at it. So let me just take enough here. Very good. Very healthy, very firm. And Eddie. Okay, we're going to see if it's dog approved. Is this dog approved? Oh, Bree's coming too. Bree, you want to see the dog approved? Boy, you guys are coming all at once. Okay, dog approved. Okay, ready for dinner? Okay, dinner time. Well, I hope this thing was informative. I haven't seen too many meatloafs cooked the Foodi with thermometer and with the loaf pan, so I hope you learned something new. Please click the like button when you have a chance. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching.